Have you ever carried a grudge so heavy it felt like an invisible anchor, dragging you down day after day? Chained by unrelenting chain, that weight settles into your shoulders, your chest, your very steps, making joy feel distant, peace a fleeting visitor, and your innate power a dim memory. Maybe it's that betrayal from years ago, the one where trust shattered like glass underfoot, leaving shards that still prick when you least expect it. Or perhaps the harsh words from someone you trusted, echoing in quiet moments like a recording on loop, stealing the light from what could be beautiful days. Whatever form it takes, that family fallout, the workplace slight, the love that turned sour. It's not just hurting them, it's quietly eroding you, siphoning the vitality meant for your dreams, your connections, your soul's quiet song. We've all been there, haven't we? Clinging to the hurt as if it were a badge of righteousness, a shield against more pain, unaware that it's the very barrier blocking the flow of life's abundance. But pause with me here. In this gentle space we're creating together. What if I told you, right in this moment, that forgiveness isn't about excusing the hurt, whitewashing the wrong, or becoming a doormat for others' missteps. It's not a gift you bestow upon the unworthy, diminishing your own truth. No, forgiveness is the ultimate act of self-reclamation, a fierce, loving choice to reclaim your freedom, your lightness, your unshakable power. As Wayne Dyer so profoundly put it, forgiveness is the most powerful thing you can do for yourself. It's the key that unlocks the prison you've unwittingly built, allowing infinite love, the universe's boundless embrace, to flow back in, healing what was wounded and expanding what remains. Today, over this full hour of shared exploration, we're walking his 5-step path to letting go, not as some lofty, distant ideal reserved for the spiritually advanced, but as a gentle, doable journey woven into the fabric of your everyday life. We'll move slowly with space to breathe, reflect, and even pause for your own tender discoveries. Each step will unfold with stories from the heart, simple practices to try in the now, and reflections to carry forward. By the end, you'll not only understand forgiveness intellectually, you'll feel it in your body, sense it in your energy, and step forward lighter, more empowered, profoundly ready to release what no longer serves your highest good. Grab a notebook if it calls to you. Find a comfortable spot where you won't be disturbed. Breathe deep into your belly, and let's begin this sacred liberation together, one compassionate step at a time. You're safe here, you're held, ready. Inhale the possibility, exhale the weight, and let's go. Before we step fully into the path, let's ground ourselves in a vivid picture of what forgiveness truly invites. Imagine your hand clenched into a tight fist, nails digging into palm, holding on for dear life to some precious stone of resentment. You've gripped it so long, through sleepless nights, strained smiles, moments of potential joy turn sour, that your fingers ache, muscles cramp, blood flow slows to a trickle. The stone. It's cold, unyielding, a symbol of the justice you demand. But now, slowly, consciously, you begin to unclench. First one finger, then another. The ache intensifies at first, a sharp reminder of the tension held, but then release. Blood rushes back, warm and vital, sensation returns, alive and tingling, strength floods in, not forced but natural, empowering. Your hand opens wide, palm upturned, ready to receive. That's forgiveness in motion, not erasure, but expansion. Dyer taught us this with such clarity. Holding on to resentment is like drinking poison every day and waiting patiently for the other person to suffer. It's the ultimate self-sabotage disguised as noble justice, a slow drip of bitterness that poisons your own well of peace, creativity, and connection. We tell ourselves, they deserve this anger, it keeps me safe, but in truth, it isolates us further, turning mirrors of shared humanity into walls of separation. Yet here's the beautiful, liberating truth that Dyer illuminated so brightly. You're not broken by what happened to you. No matter how deep the cut or how long the scar, you're held eternally in the infinite love of the universe, a vast, compassionate field that sees your wholeness, your divinity, even in the midst of pain. That love doesn't demand perfection. It simply waits for your invitation. And forgiveness. It's the golden key that swings wide the door, allowing that flow to rush in, washing away stagnation, healing hidden wounds, and revealing the radiant self that's been waiting all along. This isn't fluffy, feel good advice to gloss over real hurt. It's a spiritual technology honed by sages across time. That's transformed millions, from ancient mystics to modern seekers, including me in my own tangled seasons. I've walked this path through personal betrayals that left me hollow, only to emerge not just healed, but expanded with deeper empathy and unshakable inner strength. Over this hour, we'll honor the messiness of it all. The tears, the doubts, the but what ifs, because true freedom blooms in the soil of honesty. Feel the invitation now. Place a hand on your heart. Feel its steady rhythm, the quiet assurance beneath the storm. That's your anchor, ready to step into step one. We'll take it slow, with grace. Breathe with me, in and out, and let's begin. Step one. Acknowledge the pain. Face it without flinching, but with radical, unflinching honesty. Shining light into the shadows where it festers unseen. This is where so many journeys falter, at the threshold of denial, because who wants to revisit the raw ache, the vulnerability that feels like reopening a barely scabbed wound. We pretend it didn't hurt that much, or stuff it down into the basement of our psyche, telling ourselves, I'm over it, while it simmers, influencing our moods, our choices, our very energy, like an undercurrent pulling us off course. But Dyer would remind us with that gentle firmness, what you resist persists. It doesn't vanish, it morphs, showing up as chronic tension, unexplained irritability, or patterns of self-sabotage that keep us small. So We lean in instead, not with masochistic dwelling, but with courageous presence, honoring the pain as a valid part of your story, a messenger carrying important intelligence about your needs, your boundaries, your heart's truth. Right now, in this sacred pause we've carved, let's make it real. Pause the audio if you need the space. Close your eyes, let your breath slow to a natural rhythm, and name it out loud, softly, as if confiding in a trusted friend. This betrayal stung because it made me feel unseen, unworthy of loyalty. Or those words cut deep because they echoed my old fears of abandonment, stirring up a grief I thought I'd buried. Feel the emotion rise, perhaps as heat in your throat, tightness in your chest, or tears pricking your eyes. That's okay. Welcome it. It's energy moving, alive and seeking release, not a life sentence carved in stone. Acknowledgement isn't weakness or wallowing. It's the first bold act of courage. The dawn breaking over a long night, saying, I see you, and I honor your place in my becoming. I remember the day I finally admitted how a close friend's abandonment shattered my trust. It wasn't a casual drift, but a deliberate cut that left me questioning every bond. Sitting alone in my car, rain pattering on the roof, I named it. This hurts because it made me feel disposable, like my heart wasn't worth holding. It hurt like hell, a fresh wave crashing, but naming it cracked the dam. Tears flowed, yes, but so did clarity. The first glimpse of freedom beyond the fog. What's your pain whispering today? That quiet voice you've shushed. Perhaps it's the sting of a parent's criticism that still echoes in your achievements, or the ache of a lost opportunity that whispers not good enough. Name it now. Silently or aloud, let the words form without censorship. Feel the shift, a subtle softening, like armor loosening around your heart. This step deserves our lingering because true acknowledgement is layered. It's not just the surface hurt, but the deeper story beneath, how it connects to childhood echoes, cultural conditioning, or unhealed parts of self. Journal if it calls. This pain arose from, and it touches my fear of. Over time, this practice builds resilience, turning pain from enemy to ally. In my healing, acknowledging led to therapy, breakthroughs, stronger boundaries, and a compassion for others' pains that deepened my work. You're not alone in this lean in. Comment below if you're brave. Whisper your acknowledgement, or simply, I named it. Your courage ripples to us all. As the light grows, we move to step 2, where pain alchemizes into gold. Now that we've shone a compassionate light on the shadow, allowing it to be seen and held without shame, we step into step 2. Understand the lesson. Turn the wound into wisdom, transforming what broke you into the very map that guides you forward. Every hurt, no matter how sharp or senseless it feels in the raw moment, is a teacher in disguise, handpicked by the universe, or source, or that infinite intelligence Dyer so loved to invoke. For your precise growth, like a custom curriculum for the soul. It's not random cruelty. It's an invitation to expand, to shed an outgrown skin, to step into a fuller version of yourself. Ask yourself in the spirit of Dyer, what soul lesson is hiding here, wrapped in this pain? How is this experience expanding me, stretching my capacity for love, resilience, or truth? Maybe that heartbreak, with its gut-wrenching finality, taught you the fierce beauty of self-worth, showing you that your value isn't tethered to another's choice. Or the criticism that landed like a blow revealed your unshakable resilience, proving you could rise, adapt, and shine brighter. It's never about blaming yourself for the hurt or minimizing its validity. I deserve this is the ego's old trap, but about alchemizing pain into power, seeing the split as sacred. Think of it like a seed in dark soil. The outer shell must crack, must surrender to the pressure, for the tender shoot to emerge toward light. That crack is painful, disorienting, but utterly necessary for the bloom. A stronger root system, vibrant petals, fruit that feeds not just you, but the world. In my own journey, forgiving a deep family rift, years of unspoken resentments bubbling into silence, didn't happen overnight, but sitting with it one autumn evening, leaves falling like released burdens, I asked the question, what lesson? It revealed I was worthy of boundaries, that love without them turns toxic. Boom, healthier relationships followed, not perfect, but honest and expansive. Journal this now, if you have your notebook. The gift from this hurt is, it expands me by teaching. Feel that subtle alchemy, the shift from victim, trapped in why me, to victor, co-authoring your story with grace. That's the magic igniting, the universe nodding eyes. Let's linger here, because lessons often hide in layers. Surface level might be trust less. Deeper, trust self more. Reflect on a past hurt that bloomed into growth. Perhaps a job loss birthing a passion project, or a friendship's end clearing space for soulmates. In my life, a professional betrayal taught discernment, leading to collaborations that lit me up. What's emerging for you? A lesson in vulnerability, forgiveness, or fierce self-advocacy. Name it, claim it, speak it aloud for power. This step builds over time. Revisit hurts periodically, asking anew as you evolve. You're not defined by the wound, but elevated by its wisdom. Which lesson are you uncovering right now? Drop it in the comments below. Your insight might be the key that frees someone else from their own tangle. As wisdom roots, we flow to step 3, where stories lose their grip. With the lesson gently held in your open palm, like a compass pointing true north, we're ready for step 3. Release the story. Let go of the mental movie that's been replaying on endless loop, directing your emotions and choices from the shadows. Our brilliant, dramatic minds adore this part. They're natural storytellers, scripting elaborate sequels and prequels to the original hurt. They meant to hurt me on purpose, to undermine my worth. Or, I'll never trust again, because this proves people always leave. These narratives feel so real, so protective, weaving a cocoon of certainty around the chaos. But Dyer reminds us, with that quiet authority, Stories are just thoughts in disguise, interpretations layered with our fears and filters, not the unvarnished truth of what is. They keep the emotional charge alive, fueling resentment's fire long after the event has passed, turning a single scene into a lifelong saga. This step is about rewriting the ending, not denying the facts of what happened, the betrayal's sting or the word's bite, but detaching from the charge, seeing the story as a chapter, not the book. It's liberation through perspective, honoring the past without letting it hijack the present. Try this simple, powerful ritual with me now. It's one I return to often, and it works wonders. Grab a piece of paper if you can, or simply visualize. Write the story as it plays in your mind. The full drama, the villains, the victim, the unresolved tension. Pour it out without editing. They said this, I felt that, it means I'm. Then, safely, mind the fire if burning. Tear it up into tiny pieces or light it and watch it curl to ash. Saying aloud or in your heart, I release you to the light. You served your purpose, but I am free now. Feel the symbolic weight lift. I did this with an old professional slight, a colleague's credit, steel that festered for months, and poof, as the paper burned in my backyard fire pit, the fog lifted like morning mist under sun. No more replaying boardroom scenes, space opened for new collaborations, unburdened and bold. You're not erasing history. That's impossible and unnecessary. You're freeing your future from its shadow, allowing fresh narratives of possibility to write themselves. Let's deepen this release, because stories cling in subtle ways. They show up in triggers. A similar tone sparking old fury or self-talk. I'll never let that happen again, becoming a wall against vulnerability. Reflect, what's the core story fueling your grudge? I'm not safe. Love hurts. Name it, then reframe. This taught me safety within. Love heals when chosen wisely. For a guided practice, close your eyes. Visualize the movie screen in your mind, the story playing. Now step behind it as director. Pause the reel, fade to black, overlay with light. Affirms. This chapter closes. I direct from love now. Breathe into the emptiness. What emerges? Peace. A new scene. This isn't magic. It's mindset mastery, quantum shift in perception. Over time, release becomes habit. Fewer loops, more flow. What's one story you're ready to release today? Share anonymously in the comments if it lightens the load. My story of is fading, or simply hold it here. Let's burn those bridges together, watching embers rise to stars. As the script dissolves, heart opens, leading to step 4, where love flows free. But release without the warmth of heart. That's only half the symphony. Beautiful notes, but missing the melody's soul. Step 4, send love and compassion. Not just outward to them, but inward to yourself first. The true source from which all healing springs. This is where Dyer's magic truly shines. That radiant blend of spiritual depth and human tenderness. Forgiveness flows not from gritted teeth or forced niceties, but from the profound recognition that we're all souls stumbling toward light, flawed, growing, divinely sparked, navigating our own unseen pains. It starts with self-compassion, the gentle balm for your own tender places. I forgive myself for how this hurt me, for the anger I carried like a shield, for the ways I dimmed my light to fit the story. Speak it now, hand on heart, feeling the words land like rain on parched earth. Then, with that foundation firm, extend it outward, not as approval of their actions, the betrayal or words that wounded, but as acknowledgement of their shared humanity, their own hidden struggles mirroring yours. Visualize it vividly. See a warm golden light gathering in your chest, soft and glowing like sunrise. Breathe it in, let it fill you. Now, on the exhale, send it as a beam to the person, wrapping them gently. May you be free from your pain, as I now choose to be free from mine. May light guide you, as it guides me. It's revolutionary, this act, not weakness, but warrior grace, dissolving chains of resentment into bridges of understanding. I once sent this to someone who ghosted me mid-friendship, a silence that echoed abandonment fears. Sitting by a window at dusk, light streaming in, I visualized the beam, felt it arc across the miles. Suddenly, peace washed over like a warm wave, no more chains rattling in my quiet. Space opened for new souls who showed up fully. No contact needed, the freedom was mine. Try it now, in this moment. Close your eyes, breathe steadily. Inhale self-love, filling every cell. Exhale the beam, golden and unconditional. See it reach, envelope, return amplified. Feel the expansion in your chest, the softening around your eyes. That's love dissolving resentment, alchemy at work, turning leaden grudges to luminous gold. Let's explore this deeper, because compassion has layers. It honors the why without excusing. Perhaps their hurt came from their own unhealed wound, a cycle you're now breaking. Practice daily mirror affirmations. I am worthy of compassion, giver and receiver. Or meta meditation, wishing well to self, then difficult person, then all beings. In my healing arcs, this step mended not just the grudge, but my relationship to humanity. Less judgment, more empathy, connections blooming like spring. You're worthy of this love, first and always. Who's receiving your compassion today? A past self, a current other. Comment a heart emoji. If it moved you, we're amplifying this energy, wave after wave. As love circulates, we crown with step 5, integration's embrace. And finally, the crowning freedom that seals the path, step 5. Choose integration and embody your liberated self, weaving forgiveness into the warp and weft of your daily being. This isn't a one and done ceremony, a checkbox ticked and forgotten. It's a daily, conscious choice to live from wholeness, not the echo of the wound. To step forward unburdened, radiant, fully you. Integration means embodying the lightness, affirming each morning, I am whole, I am love. This experience made me stronger, wiser, more compassionate. Dyer called this living in the now. No more lugging dusty baggage into fresh moments, letting old scripts dictate new scenes. Notice already how lighter you feel, as if gravity softened, your energy freer to dance. That's your soul expanding, reclaiming space for joy, creativity, purpose. Make it stick with simple anchors. Set a phone reminder 3 times a day for a quick gratitude scan. What freedom did I claim today? How did I choose love over the old story? Perhaps it's a boundary held kindly, a smile offered without guard, or simply breathing through a trigger without spiraling. In my life, integrating forgiveness after that family rift turned scars into stars, faint lines of light guiding my purpose, illuminating paths of advocacy and deeper family ties, not flawless, but forged in truth. You're not just surviving the hurt, enduring its shadow, you're thriving beyond it, a phoenix not despite the fire, but because of it. Wings spread, soaring into what's next. Let's embody a practice now. Stand, if you can, or sit tall, roll shoulders back, lift chin, place hands on belly. Breathe deeply. Inhale wholeness, filling from toes to crown. Exhale release, letting any residue drift. Affirm 3 times. I integrate this freedom. I live as love. Feel it settle, a warm hum. That's embodiment. Forgiveness alive in motion. Deepen it over weeks. Track integration wins in your journal. Small acts like forgiving a driver's rudeness or self for a mistake. Over time, patterns shift. Triggers fade, peace persists. Synchronicities whisper, you're aligned. This step honors the ongoingness. Slips happen, recommit with kindness. You're the architect now, building from liberation. What's one way you'll embody this freedom this week? A conversation from openness, a boundary with grace. Tell me in the comments. Let's celebrate your breakthrough, your becoming. As integration roots, the path completes. Friends, we've walked this sacred path together over this hour, acknowledging the raw truth of pain with courage, understanding its hidden lessons with wisdom, releasing gripping stories with grace, sending love's light with open hearts, and integrating it all into the luminous fabric of your being. Wayne Dyer would beam with pride, his eyes twinkling. You've chosen freedom over chains, love over lingering pain, expansion over contraction. This lightness you're carrying now, it's not fleeting, it's your new normal. A baseline of peace that invites more of the same. We've lingered in metaphors, stories, practices, reflections, breathing life into each step, and now, as our time draws to a gentle close, hold this knowing. Forgiveness isn't something given away. It's reclaimed from within, a divine right that sets your spirit soaring. If this stirred your soul, awakened a quiet resolve, smash that like to affirm your release. Subscribe for more Dyer inspired liberations that honor your unfolding. And comment your top step, I won 5. +1 forgiveness you're claiming today, big or small. Share this journey with someone weighed down by their own anchor. Your light could be the key that unlocks their flow. You're not alone in this sacred work. We're freeing ourselves together, one compassionate breath at a time. And remember, in the infinite love that holds us all, you are already whole. See you in the next unfolding, lighter still.